Have you ever met someone who just seems to take up space in a powerful way, not in a loud or overbearing way, but in a way that makes you pay attention? It's not just charisma, it is how they move, it's how they hold themselves, even how they show up on screen and move through space. Today, we're going to explore how you can bring that kind of presence, whether you're in a physical room or on Zoom. Welcome back to Magnetic Speaking Skills. I'm Lisa Lacroix. I'm your communication muse. I'm a speaking and relational coach, and I help people in business and in personal relationships tap into the truth of their hearts so they can bring their whole voice and show up in ways that feel good and create real and meaningful impact. Last week, we talked about connection and how connecting with the audience takes us one step forward. But this week is about how you use space and how you move through it. Your hands and your facial expression and your eye contact, but also how you move through the physical space of a room or a virtual space. The frame of your screen, the way you inhabit your body, and all that shapes how people experience you. We're going to touch on three key areas: virtual presence, how to show up comfortably and use this space that you have if you're on camera, embodiment and physicality, letting your body naturally support what you're saying, and then using physical space and moving in ways that enhance your message. How you show up virtually on screen matters. We're spending a lot of time in virtual spaces, even still, and I don't think that is going anywhere. Let's be honest, though, it can feel weird. And sometimes we can make ourselves even smaller and feel more and more boxed in by this physical space. It doesn't have to be that way. You're looking at a lens, you're talking to little boxes, so I get it. Sometimes you're probably wondering if anybody's even paying attention. But here's the thing. People notice when you show up fully, even through a screen. I have a background as a film and television actor, so I think of things in terms of lights, camera, and action. A bit of soft lighting, which, to be honest, my lighting is not the best here in my space today, but in an ideal world, you'll have a couple of large open light sources around 45 degrees in front of you, or a natural light source from a window. The important thing is that people can see your face, that there's enough light so when you're being your brilliant self, people can see it and they can connect with you. And then you want to position your camera so you're at eye level with the camera, or so the camera is pointing down just a tiny bit at you. And make sure your eyes are in the top part of the frame. If you don't, it can look like this. And when you put yourself in the bottom of the frame like this, you're diminutized. You're reducing the impact and the authority. Whereas if you make sure to have your eyes in the top part of the frame, you have more ability to use your body and your hands. And then how we use our eyes, our eye contact matters even when it's to a camera. Notice that where you place the person you're speaking with, or the script you're reading, or the thing that is holding your attention matters. And a pro tip is to place that thing just below the camera, so when the audience looks at you, they have the sense that you're also looking at them. In the film business, we call this an eye line, and usually there's a piece of tape or a person or something there so the actor knows exactly where to look. So the camera has the illusion of the person being in relationship to the person they're speaking to, whether it's another actor or someone off screen. So every now and then you want to glance into the camera to say, hey, I'm here with you. We're connected. This message matters, and I want you to have it. It helps them feel you're present with them. The second point is paying attention to your embodiment and your physicality, letting your body speak with you, letting your body speak for you. Pay attention to aligning the words of your message with how you're using your body. And it's less about standing a certain way with your feet planted on the ground and your shoulders back, but it's more about being in your body, letting your body and your spine be just a little bit soft, feeling your feet on the ground, yes, and letting your breath move through you. And when you're connected to yourself like that, people can sense it, and your body movement will become more natural. You can Take yourself out of the little box, the box that many people put themselves in when they feel nervous, which has them be a little tighter and a little bit less expressed. So when you breathe and you're present with yourself and you use all the skills we've talked about, there's a kind of calmness or maybe sometimes an energy that will draw your audience in. And then gestures. They're not about perfect choreography, and you don't have to think about them ahead of time. Our bodies know what to do if we just let them express naturally. If you get animated when you talk about something you care about, great. If you're calm and relaxed, that's you being real. What matters is that your body and your words are telling the same story. And then finally, point number 3 is using space. How do you not just move your body using your facial expression and your hands, but also how do you move through the space? When you change a subject, change the positioning, whether that's on stage walking to one place and then walking to the other place and stopping. You can also use the space in the Zoom room or on a stage temporally to track time. So you might say, in the past, we did it this way. But now we're approaching it like this. And in the future, we're going to be doing something different. People who are deaf, people who speak American Sign Language or other sign languages use this skill so well because they need to use everything they have to communicate their concepts. So they're masters at using spatial orientation to communicate their ideas, and we can learn a lot from them. So sometimes you can step forward as you share something important. Notice that how we use the space can also be related to the emotional content that we want to create. So if we want to create intrigue, we might lean in a little and even combine it with a pause. If we want to connect deeply, we might lean in for more intimacy. And if we want to communicate a little more relaxation or a little more patience, we might lean back a little. So even on Zoom, you have space, and leaning in just a little bit can make a big difference. You can be playful. You can sit back if you're reflecting and thinking. Little things using space can carry a lot of weight. And here is a secret. This can be one of the most impactful skill sets you use because most people do not. The key is awareness. Notice what you're doing. Don't judge yourself. Just practice expanding out of the little box that sometimes you keep yourself in. Explore what feels natural. Explore what feels aligned with your message. Using space powerfully isn't just about standing there. It's about how you move through it, how you express yourself in it, how you let your body, your voice, and your energy all work together. And when those things line up, you don't have to push. People can feel it. You will come across authentically and powerfully. This is session 3 of Magnetic Speaking Skills. And if you want to experience it in real time and practice with me with in the moment feedback, I'd love to see you at one of my Share Well sessions, and the link will be in the description. If you found this helpful, please hit subscribe, give me a comment, and join me next time for Full Spectrum Speaking. We'll be talking about multi-dimensional communication, using your voice, exploring the full range of volume and pacing. And we'll bring more range to your voice and to your energy and to your message. There's so much more to play with, and I will see you there. In the meantime, if you want to watch another video, YouTube thinks you'll like this one, and here is a playlist I think you'll like. I'll see you next time.